Hello YouTubers. Well, here I am down here, and I came down this morning. Well, I've done a lot of things this morning. Too many things. The wife's having a big party tomorrow, a bunch of people coming up, so we're working on that, and she gave me a list. Got my list done. I was a good boy. And so now I came down, I was going to tear all this apart. And the more I work on what I'm about ready to show you, the cloudier it's gotten. It's not supposed to rain, so I have no idea what's going on. But yesterday or the day before, it was so hot down here splitting, and I couldn't split in the daytime. And this cylinder here was so hot. In fact, it's so hot now you can't hold on to it for a very long time. But anyhow, I decided I was going to put an old beach umbrella we found. It was a freebie, you know. You aren't going to get nobody cheaper than me. And so it was a freebie, and it was broken. I got in the back of the thing there, and I used it out of my vegetable stand to make it work when I had that, but I don't put that up anymore because the deer started eating out of it, and I'm not growing anything, and on and on and on. So it's just been sitting in the garage. I said, well, what a perfect thing. I had suggested to, I can't remember their names. I think Chris at Roof Ridge, and I can't remember the guy's name up at oh, I can't even remember. Easton Made. You know, when he had an email, I commented and said you need to have a big beach umbrella that you can go with one post so all the posts don't get in the way and all this kind of stuff with your name around and all that kind of stuff. Well, I guess both of them just, you know, I'm an old-timer idiot. Why would anybody want one of those? But the more I look at more people putting those stand-up tents around them, and I thought it'd be a good idea because a lot of the wood splitters don't have a cover over the engine. They're meant to be outside, so it's all right. This one here is also meant to be outside, but I don't care if it was meant to be outside. It's still better off if it ain't getting rained on. So anyhow, help the sun's back. Anyhow, so I put it all together, and I was looking for parts all day yesterday. I couldn't find the parts to put it together. And so then I decided to come down and start working on this, and the sun was back out, and it was hotter than, you know what, you just can't touch anything. I was looking around, and I found a part, and found another part, and found another part by accident, looking for something else. And I said, you know, this might very well work. Don't know whether it will or not, but here's what we found. Well, I got another one in the back of the Kubota, so I have multiple pieces here. This is a hodgepodge of everything that was free. These, when I was a janitor and they throw away a mop handle, these are hickory. They make excellent handles for stuff, and if the end's messed up or something like that, you just cut it off and you got a heck of a nice hickory stick. I've made picaroons out of those. I don't know what part of this video I'm in. I might be cutting my head off, which might be a good thing. Anyhow, let's see, are we down to the wood? Yeah. So then I happened to run into this thing here. Anybody knows what that is? Well, there's another one like it over here. Well, it was an old lamp that they threw away from someplace, and like you guys know, I'm a pack rat. Well, it's probably bad because one of them's busted. I know one of them's busted. I'm senile, but not that senile. Yeah, right there. So maybe it broke and it wouldn't hold the things together anymore. So what I found was this goes into that just about as perfect as you want. It hits this joint here, and so it stops working. So then I decided, this might work. So if I put this one in the down position, then I had to have a way to attach it to the this whole contraption so it's not in the way. I still don't know whether it'll work or not. So then I started looking at this. I'm gonna move you around we're going around the block here. Here's what I've come up with. Now let me slide you down. This is what I'm coming up with. Now I gotta go back around because I can't get there. Can't get there from here. Anyhow, I said this would be a good place to mount it. And so I made two of these things. Now I'd bring you along for making these things, but These things took me a lot. I'm not a machinist. You know, if you were a machinist, you could probably punch one of these out in about 1.5 seconds. Well, then I didn't have bolts. The bolts were too daggone long, so I had to go looking around for bolts because that goes through to where it sticks out too far. So I found these bolts here. These bolts here are from a, not that it makes any difference, just that I'm a pack rat. So this is trash. This is bathroom divider, the plastic they put in bathroom dividers. So that's where that came at. This thing here is in the way. So I thought I'd bring you guys along for the put together, because I got a lot of time in this. This thing needs to be, I didn't know exactly what the width was here or how to do it, but I need to put a little spacer in here, which is good because that pipe is pretty thin. It might crush down. Look at that. Almost like it was made for that, except for I'm missing washers. I'll get them out of this one up here because I'm kind of guy that likes all the same bolts and washers and everything, which is a bad habit to have. So we'll take that out of there. All right, we'll put this in there. This is just a spacer. That's all I'm using that for. And I don't even know if this is going to work or not. Now I need that small washer. These are 1/4 inch washers, so they don't take up a lot of space and don't wobble a lot on the thing. But that was the size bolt I needed. Could have done it 3/8, but I don't. I think 5/16 is kill enough. I made these and cut it out, and then I had to cut a little notch there for the washer to go on. But I think I was going to make it out of steel, but then I was thinking, well, that's just going to rust. Come on out of there, you booger. That one there is a little bit too tight. I can't get any wobble out of it. And the washer's still there. Now I'm going to get that washer out. Put the standard spacer washer that I got in, washer 101. Put that in there. Boom, boom, lock washer nut. I brought a few extras down because I'm a little fumbly and figured I'd drop things, but you can't touch that cylinder right now. I'm sure it's over 120 degrees. So that means all that fluid's hot before I even get started wood splitting. Okay, I got a lock washer on there. Now I need 2 5/16 washers, which I only see one here, or 1/4 inch washers. I should have had, I don't know why I didn't have them. I know I brought that many down. Guess what? Nobody's going to be able to see it inside of here, are they? So I'll put that one, I'll put a spacer one in there. I probably messed up the order. Put a lock washer on there. Actually, these are 5/16 washers. That's what it's supposed to have. Wait a second, I got the whole wrong nut up there, guys. You guys didn't tell me about that. Senile old man, you got to keep an eye on me about all the time. What a goofball. What a goofball. Oh, man. And those aren't going to want to go in there. That and that. I'll put the 5/16 like it's supposed to have. It doesn't really matter. But they don't want to screw on tight. These bolts here, I might take this one out and see how this screws in easier. These were all used bolts. These came out of a house that was built in I think somewhere around 1920 up in Frederick. They're a good graded bolt. They're a nice bolt. But that one doesn't lock in too good, so if it doesn't screw in good, if I take it out, I might be able to finger tight all this other crap. Take that one out, put that one in. Did I lose the washer? Yeah, I did. I gotta stand up here. That's why I don't bring out along a lot of the nonsense I do, because it just takes longer than you can imagine for me to do some stuff. You know, it just takes time to, well, it takes time to fabricate nonsense, that's for sure. and to fabricate something on that was already fabricated. But I'm pretty pleased with this so far. I'll let you know when I get the sun out of my eyes. Yeah, that one screws in by hand a lot better. It would be easier to tighten up. It got tight though. Now we got to take this one out because I screwed up. Yeah, don't ever be the type of person that has to have all the bolts the same, all the nuts the same, all the washers the same. Except for I kind of slacked on this one, didn't I? Get out of there. Got to loosen that one back up so it'll wobble. I hold that. Maybe that washer stayed in there. Good. Go on there, get on there, washer. Now I got to get a lock washer. Thought I was going to have to go in town and buy 2 bolts. I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, that one goes on tight. Of course, here's the wrench. That's why I put the tight one up the top. It'd be easier to wrench it in. That's not the tight one though. Even these wrenches now to pick them up are just hot as a firecracker. I don't have enough room to put a socket on there. But it'll work. And that's about all the further I'm doing. Nope, we ain't doing that by hand. Oh man, this is gonna be a long situation. Here I could get a ratchet in here. But by the time I go get a ratchet, of course there's one in the back of the Kubota. I got a million tools. Somebody asked me if I could put the Kubota back end up with all the tools I got in there. Yeah, it goes up. I don't ever use that dump bed except for when I raise it up when I change the oil. And got everything in there so it'll pretty much stay in place. So I got a ton of junk in there right now. Coming along. That's tight enough to do what I want it to do. Now I don't know whether I'm going to have to put an extension on there. Oh, I got to take this off of there. I don't know if I got to put an extension in there. Look at that. Now if that can't think what I'm thinking. Umbrella works. I'm gonna get it next. Now I have a lot of strings. How about that? We got it. All right. I'm gonna get back a little bit so you can watch Mashed Chaos, and I'm not sure that it'll go in. I'd have to show you why. Hoping it will, but the string when I got this umbrella, I've had it for years. The aluminum leg had broke off of it, or the aluminum, I guess it's called pole, had broke off of it, and we'd put it out at the fruit stand and just leave it there. Well, I sunk a great big 1-inch pole into the ground and went through the fruit stand. Had a table, a thing in it, but then we leave it out there through all the storms and stuff like that because I didn't really care. So I had to tie it down in several locations for it not to launch when it was really windy. Here I'm not planning on leaving it here all the time. So the string to pull it up, see, comes through the center of it. So I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work here. Not sure how this is going to work here. I don't think I need that string. Not sure. I know. Oh my goodness. Now the trouble is, see, the string, I can't pull it to make it go up, so I got to push it up. Which I'm all right with that. You guys watching a circus here? It's a one-ring circus. I got a whole million bunches of stuff in here, strings. Oh, it hit that. That's why it wouldn't go up. Well, that's where it's got to go. I don't know what's keeping it up there right now. I got no idea. And I don't know if it goes, I bet it, yeah, it's got to go up higher. I think I'm going to, I don't have a screwdriver to undo that hose clamp. As far as height goes, there it goes. Oh my goodness, that's plenty high enough. I'm all right with that. Man, look at that. Oh, I might have been catching on that back there. I just got to go get I got another hose clamp here. Put a hose clamp on it. That's kind of aggravating. It'll probably come down while I go get a hose clamp. Strings everywhere. I think I'm going to take these strings off. I got this hose clamp here. That held it up when it was the other method, I think. But if I put that up there, I need to make a locking ring for it. Tighten up the hose clamp. You know, if I drill a hole in this, I could probably pull that that cable that pulls it up through that, because that's where it is right here. Ain't that nice? I don't know if I can. Yeah, I could pull it up. I don't know, that doesn't look lined up right. Somehow this isn't lined up there. Who knows? It doesn't really matter. Heck, that came up. That went up higher. That worked. I think that'll work. Now I got to get all my strings off. What do you think, guys? This is the, like I said, when we had this on the fruit stand, all these ropes here, we tied to the vegetable stand. So it was tied all the way around so the wind could come, and except for in the front, if you're sitting back here looking at the, I guess, front, I can't see I can't see in the, see, this would be these, that would have been the front, so it would would have set like this on the vegetable stand, and every one of these tied it down so you could have a hurricane come through there and this thing wouldn't launch. I'm all right with that. Yeah, buddy, you're just not going to beat that. Now, I think I can angle that, because now the sun's on my back and it's still on that cylinder. I can't angle this, but somehow, uh-oh. Oh, that's all right. We'll just, guys, that's pretty good. Once I get rid of all these strings, we'll be in great shape. We tied those on there, and you know what? This is the same string. That one there is broke. A little bit broke. These are the same strings that I tie the tops to the totes down with. Look at that. I'm okay with that. I'll tell you, the wife's gonna laugh at this one. This goes, I guess it's having some issues on that one, but I don't think it'll make any difference, to be honest with you. Well, this has been a fun ride. Now I'm going to, I guess, close this one out. We'll go back and take a look at it from a long way back. But I think that I can just pick that up and pull that out. And if I leave the thing, well, you gotta loosen the string to take it down. I don't know what the close-up procedure is going to be, but man, that's got it nice and shady here. As long as it's not going to rain, it's all right. And even if it was going to be a light rain, you know, that would cover the motor. That's why I was saying, you know, the guys at the wood splitting companies, if they just came up with something like this that you could put a umbrella on it over real quick, and just have a oh, I know why I can't drill a hole in here, because when this comes all the way down here, it comes all the way down to here. Here's where it broke off originally. That's where it broke off. That's pretty good, guys. I could go up higher because I got this extension. I got this extension that I can put on here, but I don't think I need it any higher. I can certainly get in with that. All right, well, while you're on the camera, well, I was going to undo all the strings while you're on the camera, but there's not much point in that. That's just kind of killing time. But I'm going to turn this camera off and then get some tools and start getting into that. And I'm going to bring you guys along for that too, underneath the new canopy. So, oh man, we got a nice breeze down here. Yeah, I need one of these canopies made that says frickin' Jeep on it all the way around. See if they did that at Easton Made, and have every one of those say Easton Made, Easton Made, Easton Made, or Wolf Ridge, Wolf Ridge, Wolf Ridge. You know, when you spend, I don't know, $5,000 to $10,000, maybe more than that for a wood splitter, what's another 150, 200 bucks to have a canopy so you can be out of the sun? What's nice about this is if I put one of those four-legged ones down, you're always going to be tripping over those four legs. That's not, I don't think that's going to be in my way. We'll find out. So, thanks for coming along. This is just another one of those goofy things that Goofy Me does. So, if you like this kind of stuff, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell, because that, like I said in the last video, which probably hadn't even showed yet, I didn't realize that you have to hit that bell to get notified that somebody's putting a video on. So, hit that bell and you'll come back and catch me doing some more goofy stuff. So, glad you're here. Bye-bye.